Our first switch is now cleaned up to the point where it's appropriate to test it. I repaired the special insulators that go on the rails, part of the non-derailing feature. And if you look carefully at the switch, you can see that the gray ones, which are the homemade ones, I put on top. In order to put these into the switch, I did something I don't normally like to do. I took the switch apart, took part of the switch bottom off, and I'll just pull it back off so you can see that that's the way you get inside of the switch. I only took it part way off because I didn't want to get back here to where the contacts are. But if you look inside the switch, you can get a good look. You can see these special sections of track here. So I'm going to pop this back together. These tabs bend a few times. So let's put them back over. They're only cosmetic if you like the green. And the switch will function without the bottom, although it looks prettier. So I've also put a couple pins in the end so I can connect up. So I've got my trusty ZW transformer up here running through the circuit breaker. And I'm going to power this. I put a top and a light bulb out here so you can see what's going on. And using my center position, I can throw the switch this way or that way with a clip lead. Sounds pretty good, working pretty smooth. You can see the light top changes. And the non-derailing feature, if a train were to come this way, the switch is shown straight through. If a train were to come this way, coming in, notice the switch changed. And the same thing for this way. So it looks like this guy is ready for a layout. The chrome isn't as pretty as you might want it to be. You could take a metal cleaner and a very small wire brush and basically, if you were fastidious, probably get it looking a lot better. But this is adequate for a layout, and I'm going to work on the second switch, get it cleaned up and looking like this one, and we're going to put these on a layout and see how they do.